Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sorry that I haven't been putting out many videos this month. It is Halloween, so I obviously should be putting out Halloween themed videos, but I haven't, and that is entirely my fault, and I'm very sorry. But to make it up for you guys, to make it up to you guys, I'm gonna show you guys some of a little bit something more risky to say, this isn't something most channels would do, I guess. But today I'm going to be showing you guys my disturbing movie collection. Now, what I mean by disturbing, pretty much something that is way too grotesque and way too vivid and violent for normal audiences to stomach, so it is put in its own category of just disturbing. Now, not like when you guys think of disturbing, I don't know what you guys think of when you think of disturbing, but when I think of disturbing, I think of movies like I Spit on Your Grave, or Cannibal Holocaust, or a Serbian film. So movies like Saw or Hostel are not going to be on this list because, those are so... I mean, they are disturbing, but not like so disturbing that like it'll make people... Well, it will make some people. You know what you know what the hell I mean. Just movies that are on those like disturbing movie lists, on the disturbing movie iceberg, stuff like that. But anyways, let's get on. Also, I have to mention before this starts, I have to warn you guys that these movies contain extremely violent and grotesque and just disgusting content. So view these films at your own risk. I am in no way recommending these films to anyone because I know a lot of people that these films would make vomit. Sorry, tired. But anyways, let's get on with a classic. I Spit on Your Grave. This is one of the many films that come to people's minds when they think of disturbing films. Here it is. I Spit on Your Grave, the original 1978 director's cut. So yeah, directed by Mir Zarchi, or it can also be called Day of the Woman, but nobody calls it Day of the Woman. Everyone calls it I Spit on Your Grave. Next up is the 2010 remake, I Spit on Your Grave. I actually kind of like this one more than the original, honestly, because like this one is a little more action packed. But there are parts in this film that are pretty stupid. Like there's one part, I'm gonna have to spoil it for those of you who haven't seen it. But there's a part where they introduce crows into the situation, but the crows look horrible. Like you can tell the crows are CGI. Like, God, it is awful. It is awful. Speaking of awful, here's the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Father's Day. I hate this movie. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It is abhorrent. It is cataclysmically awful. Like, Jesus. I tried watching the whole thing. Garbage. What even is this? Just a sticker. I did end up watching the entire thing, but it took me like a whole month to watch it because when I started watching it, I'd watch it for a bit and then I'd get so sick and tired of this movie's bullcrap that I'd just turn it off and I'd go watch something better. So it took me a whole month to see this film and I didn't like it. Even after all that, I still don't like it. It is still the worst thing ever. Don't watch that movie. It'll just waste your time. And it has the audacity. Sorry about that abrupt cut, but it has the audacity to say that it makes Hobo with a Shotgun feel mainstream. Hobo with a Shotgun is one of my favorite films of all time personally. I love that film. So the fact that this piece of trash has the nerve to say that it makes a way better film feel mainstream really pisses me off. That really pisses me off, and it makes me mad that it dares call Hobo with a Shotgun mainstream. Well, even if it were mainstream, it's still 1,000 times better than freaking garbage Father's Day. Anyways, rant over. But Requiem for a Dream. This was made by Darren Aronofsky, the same guy who made the movie Pi, and the same guy that made The Whale and Black Swan. but you know, a lot of great films up his sleeve. I haven't seen this one personally, but I do really like his other films, so I will definitely be watching that. Here's a classic, Eraserhead. This is the Korean DVD because it is the cheapest one that I could get. I know I should have gotten the Criterion, but it is way too expensive right now. But here it is, Eraserhead. Very weird, abstract film. One of the greatest horror films of all time. Honestly, it's just incredible. Like if you want to splurge on the Criterion, or if you just want to get this Korean DVD, it is so worth it. Like it is 1,000 times worth it than most modern horror movies. Next up is Watership Down. Most of you may know this for that bunny film that looks like it's for kids, but it is 100% not for kids. Again, this is another case of where I should have gotten the Criterion, but instead I got this because it was cheaper. Is the deluxe edition from Warner Brothers. But yeah, Watership Down. Based on a book, and the film looks like an animated Disney film, but it is actually pretty violent and disturbing. So you might want to show your kids that, or you might not, but I don't know. Now I don't know if I can show this cover on YouTube. Oh no, I don't know if I can show it. Maybe I should cover it up with something like a piece of paper. I'll cover it up with this napkin right here. But Ken Park. Here is Ken Park, and they use a screenshot from the infamous kitty licking scene. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about. I don't know if I can show that on YouTube without getting Oop, wait. Yeah, there's a lot of nudity on the back, so I can't even show you guys the back. So Ken Park is pretty much a film about these teenage kids who like they do stuff. They trying to keep this monetized. They do stuff, and it's not exactly stuff for kids. And they get in weird like situations, and it's all pretty realistic. And I kind of like the film. There's some parts of it that I didn't like. The acting was great. The setting was great as well. The camera work was good. I really liked some of the shots. Some of the shots had amazing cinematography. But yeah, I can't show that on YouTube because I'm gonna get flagged for it. Next up is, Hereditary. This, in my opinion, was the last good horror movie that was ever made. This movie was made in 2018, and it is the last good horror movie that was made up until now. Like this is just the last. This is like where true horror ended, in my opinion, because nothing from here was good, you know. But I love Hereditary, one of my favorite films ever, and the scariest horror movie ever, in my opinion. It is just incredible. This generation's The Exorcist. I wouldn't really compare it to The Exorcist because some of you may not know this, but I don't like The Exorcist. I think it sucks. But yeah, love Hereditary. It's got really disturbing themes of like a family destroying itself and like just death, and it's very sad. Next up is Cutting Moments. This is a horror anthology series. It includes a bunch of like horror short films, I guess. Crack Dog, Don't Nag Me, Bowl of Oatmeal, Principles of Karma, and the most famous one on this entire thing, Cutting Moments, and what this movie is named after. Cutting Moments is disturbing for the ending of it, where a man and a wife kill each other in a very, very brutal way, and it's just a very sad film. But it's all right. I mean, most of the other ones suck, but I guess you'd want to watch Cutting Moments for its infamousy. Next up is Midsommar. This was the second film by Ari Aster, the director of Hereditary. Pretty good. Not as good as Hereditary, obviously. I'm thinking of watching Beau is Afraid, which is the third film Ari Aster ever made. But yeah, Midsommar. Cool. Next up is another classic, Faces of Death. You guys saw me unbox this a few weeks ago for Halloween. It is basically what I said back then. It is a documentary or a Mondo shockumentary that includes a whole bunch of death And some of it is fake, some of it is real, but it will make you uncomfortable. And some of the parts made me uncomfortable, if I'm going to be honest. Next up is Ichi the Killer. This is a Japanese film, pretty popular one, too. It was based on a manga, and it is pretty brutal. It was made by Takashi Miike. I got another film from them coming up in a bit, but yeah, Ichi the Killer. I've got another version of Ichi the Killer. This one right here. It is the Blood Bag edition. Yeah, collector's blood bag. It's alright. I just got it because it looked cool. Next up is Riki-Oh! The Story of Ricky. This is one of the goriest films ever made, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. You can literally look up clips of this movie, and it's going to blow your mind. It is a martial arts film in the same vein as Bruce Lee or whatever, but it is bloody. Like, this film holds no punches. Literally, it holds no punches when it comes to the gore. It even has a warning on the back. Look, contains scenes of intense graphic violence. Absolutely not for children. Don't take that warning lightly, because this film is absolutely not for some adults even. Like, it is messed up, but I love it. It's one of my guilty pleasure films. It's kind of above a guilty pleasure film. I just like it. I just love it in general. Bully, this was directed by Larry Clark, the same guy who made Kids. I don't know what it's about. I've never seen it, but yeah. This Larry Clark guy is pretty good at making films, honestly. I like a lot of his films. There's a Criterion. Come and See. This is a anti-war film, a Russian anti-war film, or a German anti-war film. I don't know. But yeah. Criterion. I unboxed this on the channel too, so if you guys want to go see that, you can see that. It was made in 1985 by, who made this film? Elem Klimov. Yeah, Elem Klimov. Oh, it was right there on the front. Yeah. Elem Klimov. Really, really good film. One of the best war films ever made. Just seriously. Next up, Street Trash. Not so good film, but pretty disturbing. Yeah, this is the French DVD, but I got a region-free. Come on, focus, goddammit. I've got a region-free DVD player, so it doesn't really matter. And it comes with an English translated version too, so whatever. I don't even know what this film is about. It's just about these. It's just like a melting movie. Like, the characters just freaking melt and die. Like, that's literally what this film is about. Next up is Gummo. Gummo, I unboxed this too, so go check that out. Gummo is one of the strangest and one of the nastiest films ever made, in the sense that just the people in this film, what they look like and the stuff they do is like freaking gross, but it is a good film. It's a good film, honestly. I like it. It's very genuine. It's very human. It's a very human film, in my opinion. Kids. This is what the Bully DVD cover was talking about, by Larry Clark. It is almost like Ken Park, but a little more watchable for mainstream audiences, because Ken Park is just straight up PORN. Like, that is straight up a PORN movie, honestly. But yeah, pretty cool. Kids. I love this film. I've seen it a bunch of times, and I highly recommend it if you want to. Oops. Well, I don't want to spoil those other films. I kind of just did. Oh, look. Oh. Okay, it's gonna fall anyway, so let me just go right there. Antichrist. This is another Criterion. This is disturbing. it stars Willem Dafoe, and it was directed by Lars von Trier. It is about a couple who go into the woods because the wife is afraid of the forest or the woods, and chaos reigns. Chaos reigns, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Chaos reigns. Great film. I loved it. Loved it. Next up is Bad Taste. This was made by Peter Jackson, the guy who made The Lord of the Rings. This was his first film ever, and you can really tell, because this film is Kind of good and kind of bad, honestly. It's a fun movie, you know. It's a fun turn off your brain and enjoy it movie. Yeah, another Korean DVD. I keep getting a lot of Korean DVDs. I don't know why, but yeah, bad taste. Next up is the goriest film ever made, Dead Alive. This film is insane. It is crazy. Like, it's a must-see for horror fans. Like, if you somehow miss this film and you're a horror fan, you gotta watch it because it is crazy. It's about zombies that infest a town and just go haywire on everyone. This film is absolutely insane. You have to see it. I'm just gonna say it right now. You have to see it. Next up is Audition. Takashi Miike, the same guy who made Ichi the Killer. Very good. It's like a slipcover thing. This is probably his most popular film aside from Ichi the Killer. But yeah, pretty good. I haven't seen it yet though, but so yeah. And finally, we have Old Boy. It's the original, not the bad remake with whoever the hell that is. I can't remember who was in the remake. I think it was. I do have the remake though. Josh Brolin, yeah, the Spike Lee remake. It's trash, but this is the good one. This is the good Old Boy. Very good revenge film. It was made in Korea. Incredible film. This is the German DVD. Yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, that is my entire disturbing movie collection. I also got Halloween and Halloween 2 and 3, so you know that's the Halloween spirit. But yeah, that is my entire disturbing movie collection. I'll try to upload more Halloween videos if I can before the end of the month. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.